you're missing opportunities, right? So we're going to show you on how to do that, how to make sure you can get the content, right? Because sometimes there's roadblocks on getting that content. So we don't want you to have roadblocks to be stuck not getting content, right? You have to put out a good offer. I'm going to tell you something that he did do, though. So he took $30 off the charge getting a Google review. So I scanned it on my phone, did a review, just talked into the phone, read it over, everything looked good, and I removed $30, right? And so you could do the same thing whenever you work for somebody, right? A client, whatever's going on, family, friend, however you're going to get it done. What you want to do, like to create your content, picture, video, testimonial, whatever you got, have them doing. Make sure there's an offer involved for that, right? So it can be half off, it could be the next one half off, it could be whatever it is. Put out an offer, and you want them to speak, right? And you want them to post it, okay? You want them, because that's called UGC, user generated content, right? If you can get that, right? But if you can't get that, you just tell them, like, your first offer will be, a discount, right? They get a discount. So say you're a barber, for example, and a haircut is $50. All right, how my experts doing? James Elite Love, Brands Experts Marketing, digital marketing agency where tech-focused brands use content creation, content marketing, content training to grow their income for their brand. And today we are on another episode of Brands Experts Podcast, right? We love coming on here and, helping out all these experts, helping brands become experts and all that stuff. That's what it's about, right? It's about building a legacy, right? It's about building a legacy and, do that work every single day, right? So we just did a credible event, right, for one of our clients, Refi Snacks, right? They just had their incredible 3-year anniversary at Lucky Luke, Palmdale, California. So shout out to Lucky Luke, shout out to Refi Snacks, right, as a brand for making it to that 3-year anniversary. A lot of great brands were there in attendance, right? From, Jennifer Delgado with 3J Sweets, from Becky Loa, right, real estate. Then we also had Emphasis LA, right? We had them there, right? They were out. There was also Mom Duke's food truck, right? There was Cordo's. There was Surf Pro, Palmdale North, right? Of course, Lucky Luke, right? There was also on the inside, they had a DJ, right? So, we got a lot of that stuff coming, right? Get a lot of content for them. Also, there was Trevino Law, right? There was Rio, right? They were out there too. So he tied in a lot of great brands in the community, in this Antelope Valley community, and, showed his expertise and with his brand as well, Refi Snacks, with the, what is called, Agua Frescas, and the snacks he was making. And he had his whole thing set up. And, what we feel was great about the event was it was November out here, Antelope Valley, right? We were in Palmdale, California, Lancaster, Palmdale, really like close together cities. But we're in Palmdale, California. And what we thought was great about the event was that no matter the cold, no matter the weather, still put on a great event, still had a lot of guests, still had a lot of supporters come out and support the brand. And that was really great to see, like, no matter what was going on, his growth, the brand's growth, his employees, the community, right, coming behind him and supporting each other. Seeing what all that was about was incredible. So we got some great content going for them. We also did multiple episodes for the show, Brands Marketing Community, right, where brands show how they're using marketing to strengthen their community and their brands as well. So we had a lot of great brands on there as well. We also met an incredible entrepreneur that runs a photo booth rental company. So we're going to have him on the show, right? We're going to have that coming out maybe before this episode comes out or the same day this episode comes out. So be on the lookout for that. We're excited to launch that. That's something that we're really excited to launch. It's been in the works for a while. We just needed some experts to get on, and we had a great opportunity to meet those experts, to interview them, to take advantage of that incredible opportunity. So that content's going to be coming out. So definitely be on the lookout for that because it's coming. We have a new Instagram page for that, brands marketing community. So the handle for that for Instagram is brands marketing community _ So wanted to get everybody up to speed on what we just did. It was, incredible event, something you need to look out for, and pop out, do events and things like that. Right, very important to do that. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today is how to use content to grow income for your brand. Right now, why we think this is so important is most brands they go out and do work to go do a good job. Like, we just had a contractor come do some work on the garage, and he didn't take any pictures. He could have did a quick video because we found him on Facebook, and none of that. So you're missing opportunities, right? So we're going to show you on how to do that, how to make sure you can get the content, right? Because sometimes there's roadblocks on getting that content. So we don't want you to have roadblocks to be stuck not getting content, right? You have to put out a good offer. I'm gonna tell you something that he did do though. So he took $30 off the charge getting a Google review. So I scanned it on my phone, did a review, just talked into the phone, read it over, everything looked good, and I removed $30, right? And so you could do the same thing whenever you work for somebody, right? A client, whatever's going on, family, friend, however you're gonna get it done. What you want to do, like to create your content, picture, video, testimonial, whatever you got, have them doing. Make sure there's an offer involved for that, right? So it can be half off. It can be the next one half off. It could be whatever it is. Um, put out an offer, and you want them to speak, right? And you want them to post it, okay? You want them, because that's called UGC, user generated content, right? If you can get that, right? But if you can't get that, you just tell them, like, your first offer will be, a discount, right? They get a discount. So say you're a barber, for example, and a haircut is $50, right? Between 30 and 50, right? For math purposes, we'll just use a $50 haircut, right? Because you're getting the haircut, you're getting trim on your face, you're getting, hair wash, all that. So it's $50, right? So I say, listen, we'll do this one for 30 if you can allow us to film the whole process and you to talk about the experience. Cool. So now they just saved $20 and you're getting that marketing content, right? If you want to do this on another level, you can tell them, hey, this would be $20, right? You're only $20, but we want to film it and we want to send you a version of this to post on your page, right? And you'll get it for 20, and then your next one will be half off, right? So you just got to post this the same day, you send it to us, and your next one will be half off, right? And so they're getting an incredible offer, especially if they work for you, but you're using this to sell, right? But you're gonna, of course, put instructions on how they do it, tag your page, all that kind of stuff, right? But if you're doing it, you're just doing the first level of the offer, right? You're just filming it, put on your page. How you do this to drive sales is, first thing first, you want to tag them. All right, so if you're doing Instagram, YouTube, however the case, you want to let people know who it is. You want to tag them if you that's a part of it, right? Them getting that discount, so you can tag them and do some feedback, ask them some questions, right? Because a lot of people, they look at what happened, but there might be some questions. What'd you like about the experience, right? It could say, it's a good family environment. You provide refreshments, whatever it is. So you want to have that feedback with your clients, right? So you want to ask questions, right? You want to do that and post it immediately. Don't wait. Don't try to, say I'm going to perfect this. Get it out. Like, have a timeline. So when you create the content, have a timeline in the next 7 days to post this, right? If you could 7 hours, that'd be great. But sometimes you're tired, life, I get that. Have a timeline to post that content, right? If you can get it done that week, get it done that week. Post that, right? And you're not just gonna post this on your social media. You're gonna post this on your website too, right? We already talked about websites. Again, you got to go look at previous episodes. We want to be able to link these in the podcast and the show notes and also in the description. So if you're kind of confused on, well, what a website, why do I need one? We have plenty of episodes this year in 2023 that we have filmed that we talked about the importance of websites, why you need websites, why that's important for your brand. We went over this so many times, but yet you're going to put that on your website, right? So when someone comes to book you, or when they're looking at that reel of content, whether it's video content that's right on the front of your page, or you could just recent projects, right? You can have that as a drop down page and you put that content on there. Pictures, videos, people need visuals. People need visuals. Like you could say whatever you want, but people need visuals. You could do the audios too. Those are great. But we want to get to the visuals, the pictures and videos. So you have that right on there and you're posting that, right? So those are two things that you're doing, right? And that's going to drive sales. So how that's going to drive sales is when anybody sees your work, when anybody's looking at what you're doing, when new people are researching you, right? When they're after they've gotten your card, right? Or when you're on someone else's page talking about what you're doing, because no one knows how great you are, right? So when they see what you're doing on someone else's page, like we talked about the offer through somebody else's page or whatnot, but now that's driving sales, right? But that's why we want to offer that big offer. And sometimes when it's a client you really want to work with, just offer them the service for free in exchange for that post. I know it sounds crazy. Just offer it. Say, hey, if you post this, and you might not be your all-out offer. It might just be like, nice lineup. You say, hey, you post this lineup, man, we'll do this lineup for you for free. We're going to post this on 3 social platforms. So if they say, cool, I'm going to do it on my Facebook, my YouTube, and my Instagram. You say, perfect, man. If you could do this in, the next hour, and then we'll do your next cut half off or however you want to do it. But you want to have daily content, user-generated content, right? Like that's how you're using the content, right? That's why that's a bigger offer. Some people are going to say no. So that's why we're just like, cool. If they say no, you do it yourself. But you want to have things in a way where it can work out regardless to what they say. You want to have things work out regardless to what they say. Really important. If they don't want to put it up or whatever, whatnot, you want to have things work out. It's really important because you're the deciding factor on if your brand is going to be successful. You're the one. You're the person, right? We want it to be you. But how you're going to start getting those sales we talk about is through that user-generated content. But you could still get some sales yourself because everybody that knows you, all your clients that follow you, and we already talked about strategic ways to get more followers, more engagement on your content. But all those individuals that already are part of your ecosystem, they can do it that way. Cool. So another thing besides social media, because sometimes social media works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the platforms don't want to push your content. They're going to make you pay. They're going to make you do all these things. You might have the funding and the income to do it. How you're going to do it also is now every client that you work with that week that you make content with, you save it. You save it. So save all of it and post a short sentence about who they are and what you did for them. You do that on your newsletter. Okay. We already talked about newsletters. You need to have one. Not having one is a big mistake. It's very professional, right? It's a way to make sure your deliveries get to, who you're looking for them to get to. You own your email list, so that list, social media can just say, we don't like this page and end it. Now you're sitting there, crying and whatnot. We don't want that to happen. So, what we're gonna make sure happen is we have our email list, right? So, part of that discount, they need to include their email. Like, if they want the discount, they'll include the email. Trust me, you'd be surprised what clients, new customers, things like that will do for a discount. They'll do a lot of different things for a discount. So just make sure you put it out there what the offer is for the discount, and you'd be surprised what ends up happening. So to save $30, you're gonna get the email, you're gonna get social media handles, you're gonna get all this different stuff, right? So now that you have their email, You're going to show them off on your email list, right? This is going to be so your business partners, right? Local companies, all these great people can see the great work you do. And once they see this work, they're going to hit you up on your email. They're going to reply to these emails, and they're going to say, "Hey, we want you to come, cut the hair for our basketball team. We want you to come provide food to our whole staff. We want you to come for our holiday party to film content, right? How much is this going to be? What is the deal that's going to happen? Weekly newsletters. We need them pushed out weekly. You need to do that, right? Whether it's you doing it or you hiring your marketing expert for your brand to do it, but that needs to happen, okay? That will drive that income because if you just do this every week, let's just say sometime in November, companies doing a holiday party in December, they like what you do. They've seen it in the email, they've seen it on social media, they've seen it on your website. So and they say, hey, we like the work that you did for this person. We want you to come do this work for our whole company, right? There's our whole office located in, you know, Valencia, California. We have, 50 employees that, are looking to get this work done that you offer. What's the offer for 50? So, you cut them a great deal, you know, and then you go do that for 50. So you cut a discount for one, now you have a deal for 50. You see how that multiplied everything? You see how that drove sales? Because without content, see, this is why, shout out Myron Golden. Myron Golden always says, you know, 1% proof is worth like 5,000% of words or promises, whatever. Because you can prove it's done. I can say that I own houses back there. I can say I own cars back there. I could say that, and anybody can say that, right? Which is nothing wrong with saying that, but okay, where's the proof with this, right? Where's the proof? But if I have video content, right? If I have video content with my clients, with people I bought the cars from, with a dealership that I own, and that people can come visit, that's some concrete evidence, right? That's why we're talking about the content that drives sales. Okay, your content is going to drive sales. That's why we have this digital marketing agency where we help brands produce, market, and train on content creation because that's what's gonna drive the sales for their brand, so they can be at a point where they're eventually not working in the brand, they're working on the brand, so they could take more time to do things they love to do. Because we only have a limited time on planet Earth, so you need to be using content to drive sales for you, so you don't have to be going out doing it every day. The content can be your salesman for you. Okay, remember that. Okay, so that's what we want you to do. So remember, it's not complicated. Let's get this broken down again. Whoever you work with, if you could film content with them, however that is, you have that offer written out, right? You can send it to text in your notes, which is an easy way to do it. You want it written out on paper. You want it something you can send them through direct messages or social media posts, however that goes. Okay. They accept the offer. You guys make that agreement. You film the content, provide them that discount or however, whatever your offer is. You post that on everything you have, email list, website, all social media platforms. Okay? You do this every single week. If you can, every single day, but if you can't do this every single week, show that you're consistent, right? Because you got to think about it. No one wants to go spend money or check out what somebody does if they see the post is from 2015 and see nothing further or forward from there. They'll say, what is this person doing? We don't agree with this. This person isn't doing anything. We don't want that to be you. We want you to have your stuff up and going and consistent and working out. So that's what we want. That's what we want you to have, and we want you to be successful with your brand. Create content. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. If you can't film it, I'm pretty sure you have an employee that can do it, and or you have a client that would love to film content. Sometimes they can do it for you. They can go home and talk about what they're doing. Just make sure the offer is good, and that can happen. And someone else is doing the work for you off something you did, and you're selling into the sunset, building a strong brand, and just growing the brand like that. So I'd like to thank you for checking out this episode of Brands Experts Podcast. We're staying consistent. We're getting close to the end of the year. We're in November 2023. So we only got one more month. And yeah, we're going to finish the year off strong. We have our next podcast launched. All right. We just knocked out an incredible event like we talked about with Refuge Snacks. We're going to continue this energy moving forward. This is James Elite Love signing out. Let's get it. for checking out this episode of the Brands Experts Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out all our socials like Instagram. Make sure you check out our website, and make sure you check out our VIP, brandsexpertspodcast.com. Exclusive VIP stuff, interviews, exactly how to make money, exactly how to partner with great brands. These are things you need to know, right? You got to remember, if you want to get to where you need to go, you need to pay for that, right? That's how you're paying for that value that you need. So make sure you go over there, check that out. And yeah, we're here for you. Brands Experts Podcast. Let's go.